What about people who have a big lot that just goes all the way deep in the back? Do they even have to touch their garage?
Nope. You don't have to touch it. You can do it detached, leave your garage without, for your normal use. You can go and build up to 1,200 square foot in the rear. We're allowing 2 stories. And then they took that away. Right now, the max is 16 feet. For example, there's areas, room restrictions. I'll give you an example, Compton. Compton, we're doing an ADU right now. We were trying to do a two bedroom, but Compton would not allow a 2-bedroom ADU within that square footage. We had to go minimum 800 square feet.
The layout, he gave you an example of what a layout could be. On a very simple basis, if you have a small home in the front, you want to walk through this process, it's either a junior or a regular, and you can go deeper in the back. Do you have a question?
Yeah, so I got multiple questions. So let's say I'm a newbie, right? A new investor, and I want to build my real estate portfolio. How much work would Redemption Realty do for me? Do I need to look for the deal and make sure it qualifies for an ADU, make sure it's a cash flow property, or you guys will take care of all of that?
Well, you come in and you can talk to our in-house rep, which I can introduce you to today,
Okay.
and give us your thoughts and ideas on what it is that you're looking for.
Okay.
We'll do our best to bring some things to the table. We specialize in a lot of different things.
So you'll do pretty much everything on real
We
estate?
can do some background work for you and some
Okay.
checking for you. You come to the table with a property that you're definitely interested in.
Okay.
And we can also do some research to tell you this is a good deal for you, or if it's not, we'll tell you why it's
Okay.
not.
But
So-
let's say I don't bring the deal into the table. Let's say I called you, hey, I want a property that can cash flow 200 a month, just to
Okay.
give you an example. Between this range and this range, would you guys look for that?
Well, there's a lot of questions that you would have to answer for us.
Okay.
We definitely can put it out there and look for properties like that for you.
Okay.
Okay, but full disclosure, there's a lot of questions that you're gonna have to come to the table with, you're gonna have to answer for us, because I need to make sure that once I put you on a certain type of a product,
Okay.
that you can get the right type of an interest rate to produce that income coming back to you.
Okay.
Following
And then
me?
on the same note, you'll look for the lender, or that's something?
Oh, God.
Yeah?
Don't worry about that, we got
Okay.
you covered.
Okay.
Going and coming.
Okay.
That's
All right.
not a problem. Okay? So what I would like for everybody to do we have any other questions? Settling questions? Come on, you know you got one.
We have a lot of questions, but we need to see first what we can do.
Okay.
That's the best thing.
So as far as the consultation, which is very important, I think, when you want to start anything, can you do it virtually?
For the most part, I prefer to go personally, because, so my consultation consists of me coming to your property, assessing it, determine the pros and cons, because what happens, a lot of people that come to your property, and we charge a fee for our consultation, because we're providing a service for you. Besides me coming out to your property, our team members will do the research for you guys to make sure what the property qualifies for. And then, so I'll give you an example. If you want to do an ADU, you want to know if you can build let's just say the full-blown 1,200 square foot. And then we find out that your city only is going to allow 1,000 square foot. I have a client in Anaheim that he only qualifies, his property qualifies only to convert the garage, not go 2-story, and the max 1,000 square feet, even though there's other properties in that city that do qualify for the 1,200. So you see how, and 200 square feet makes a big difference on your outcome, on your final design idea, you know? So I personally come out, but I could do a video, just get an idea of your property if you want. We're very flexible.
As far as the funding, this collaborating together, so how do we know we're going to qualify for the funding?
Well, that's a part of the process that we're working
That's part
out.
of the whole-
He comes, he's brought deals to the table for us and then we began to look at the credit worthiness of the borrower. Or we've sent him for people we've already pre-qualified to go out and look at their properties. Like I said, this is an evolving process, even with the city, because the city is going to be changing some more guidelines in January. So what is the benefit here is we eat and sleep this all day long, every single day. There might be little particular guideline restrictions that everybody may not know about. There could be some things that I know about that he doesn't, or he does that I don't. So it's beneficial for you to have a team like this working on your behalf so that we can look at the full, complete package together. Just had an example last week, I think it was, where we talked about a proposal that he had given me for a client. As I'm talking to the lender had some more detailed questions about the proposal. So we have to be flexible, the both of us. How can we make this work? Because ultimately, we want you as the client to be able to get what you're asking for.
And on a different, on another note, future value. So lenders are also looking at a future value, and that's what gives you the power to make this happen.
Right.
Because they're looking, like right now, for example, we had a seminar a couple years ago where even the appraisals didn't know how to appraise this. Because even though we've been out here doing this for a while, believe it or not, I have appraisals right now that still don't know how to give it the value.
Yeah.
You know?
And so it's beneficial to be with a lender that understands the future value of the property, okay? That understands what's happening. It's evolving. You typically would see a property that is up for sale based on the comps, what is the price that property is selling in that particular neighborhood based on old sales or sales that recently happened, okay? But if you go out now today and you look and you see some properties that have ADUs on the back of their property, there's even some confusion as to how the MLS is producing the amount, the sales amount for those individual properties. So if I want to see what the value is on this property that has an ADU, it's not separated on the MLS yet. I have to have personal knowledge about that. So you've got to get with lenders that understand what that value is. You can't just take it the way it is right now today. So there's a lot of work, to answer your question, sir, there's a lot of work to go into pulling all of this together, which is why I saw major value in connecting with Oscar, because he wants to do them, but he doesn't know how to express, to walk through all of these hurdles from a financial standpoint to get his clients what they want. We have clients who want this, but they don't understand all the details of what's changing in the regulation. So you need a partnered relationship there. You need somebody to come back and say, you know what, this is good for you right now, but just so you know, there's another regulation that's coming down that might benefit you even more. You're not going to get that anywhere else, because we're developing relationships and we're partnering with it.
You mentioned something about new regulations coming into effect in January. Are you talking about the SB 9
Yes,
law?
I am. Yes,
And the
I am.
SB 10?
And we're going to be having another seminar that's going to be outlining the SB 9 laws and stuff like that. I don't want to do a spoiler kill here on that one. I want to entice people to come back. But yes, you're absolutely right. And I know you guys know a lot about that because that's your industry. But yeah, and it's going to benefit a lot of our existing customers right now today. And so my job is to find my lenders that's on top of that. And if they're not, start stacking my documentation to show proof that this is where you really want to be. This is where your future value is going to be on your property.
So those SB 9 regulations won't affect people that are doing ADUs or going to be doing some type of addition to the properties right now?
We'll talk more about that.
No, right? Or,
We're
Yeah,
gonna look at that.
it's two different types of
Yeah.
regulations. Always know that when the government changes regulations, they're not going to stop and stack and stack. That's too much confusion within the city. So these are two separate regulations, but they're opening the door even wider, I'll put it that way. Okay?
Instagram, Facebook, check out our videos on YouTube. Our videos pretty much give you the general information on process. I'm gonna be working on other videos for you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. If you guys have any questions, we'd be more than happy to help you guys. And we do consultations throughout the week. So you reach out to us, send us your information, then we'll get back to you. My telephone number is 310-984-9398. You're welcome to call me anytime.
Anytime.
Anytime.